face, I'm unfazed, I need this. Calling out my name, say meet me, see these waves. Now I go under, hold my breath and flow. Trust the current takes me safe for sure. Now this is my remedy, remedy. Let the seas sway with me, with me. Regaining my energy, energy. Let the seas sway with me, sway with me. My remedy, remedy. Let the seas sway with me, with me. Gaining my energy, energy. Let the seas sway with me, sway with me. I would try to hold on, treading water in this big storm now. Try to swim away, crash just like a tidal wave. I go under, hold my breath and flow. Trust the current takes me safe for sure. Now this is my remedy, remedy. Let the seas sway with me, with me. Regaining my energy, energy. Let the seas sway with me, sway with me. My remedy, remedy. Let the seas sway with me, with me. Getting my energy, energy. Let the seas sway with me, sway with me. Feels like gravity can't touch me when I'm here. Look at me levitate, look at me levitate. Carry all this weight, but still I'm light as air. Now I go under, hold my breath.
Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. Welcome back to a new vlog. It's officially that time of the year when the weather is just constantly dark, gloomy all the time, and it's because we're in the rainy season. I had to set up my camera in front of the window and I'm still getting very minimal lights. Even with that, it was either that or I go bring like a softbox or ring light, and that is too stressful. So I just settled for this. Guys, welcome back. Where do I start from? Okay, let's start from the last vlog. Let's start from Senegal. I already explained to you guys why we took that trip, but it was really, really nice because it was the first time that we were going anywhere together since the proposal in Ghana back in 2023. It was a really, really lovely experience.
Tell me why I got here. This is the dinner. When I tell you guys that this guy,
I already told you guys at the end of that vlog that Senegalese people reminded me a lot of Nigerians when it came to certain things, but they were also very laid back when it came to certain things. I really loved it, you know. I just feel like sometimes we feel like we haven't done travel if we haven't gone to the west or if we haven't gone to the north. I like to refer to Europe as the north, but I think there's also something really beautiful in seeing the way that your neighbors live, like especially their culture. I loved looking at Senegalese architecture. I loved learning about Senegalese history. I loved learning very specific things. And you guys know that for the longest time I've talked about going to Senegal. A lot of my very good friends have been and they've had just really, really good things to say. Maz, FK, just people who I know, they've talked about that place. So I wanted to go and I'm just happy that I finally got to do it. I think Benin Republic, Togo, all these countries surrounding us, I think that it would be really, really nice if we actually talked about visiting them more. The next place on my list for sure is Abidjan. A lot of people have been talking about Côte d'Ivoire of late, and I think I'd really like to go. We'll see, but I'd highly recommend Senegal, especially for those of you who are interested in traveling Africa, just seeing other countries close to Nigeria. A lot of countries close to us are francophone countries, you know, so there tends to be a language barrier, but you don't need a visa to go to Senegal. So your ECOWAS, I can't even talk, your ECOWAS passport is enough. Okay, so think about Senegal if you're looking for places to go to in West Africa. Okay, I also want to say thank you to those of you who took out your time to leave very positive comments under that video. I had sent an email out. If you're not subscribed to my newsletter, guys, there's a link to subscribe in the description box, but I had sent out a newsletter just before that video went up, maybe about 2 days before, because the video went up on a Sunday and the newsletter went up on a Friday, kind of explaining why I had been MIA to you guys. And okay, it's just kind of been a lot, but I think I'll actually get into it a little bit in this video and give you guys context. So there's nothing I'm about to talk about now that I haven't said before in one way or the other. But some of the comments or just the way people have been hounding me, I found it very, very aggravating. I also don't want to make this sit down part about it because I feel like there's very important things that I want to share. But guys, the reason why I haven't been posting like for the past 2.5 months is that I had surgery. I had to get surgery done at the end of May for my hand. If you guys remember when I came back to posting this year, I had explained to you guys that one of the reasons why I hadn't really been posting since last year was because I had an ongoing issue with my hand. I had something called the Crevin stenosynovitis. It wasn't the first time. Last year wasn't the first time that I had it. The first time I actually had it was back in 2018. And if you've been following me for that long, you guys will remember, because I remember that the whole thing started shortly after or some months after I started vlogging consistently, right? And I now realized later on that the vlogging was what actually led to that issue back then. But you know, that time I saw an orthopedic specialist. I was told to rest the arm. I was put on painkillers, anti-inflammatory medicine, and I had to wear splints for about 4 months, and it resolved. It never came back again. I thought that it was a done deal, done and dusted. I actually even remember mentioning this in 2018 because I had to take a break for about 3 months or so, or 3-4 months or so when that started as well, because you can't do anything with your hands when you are dealing with the Crevins, you know. You really cannot, and I'm going to get into a little bit more detail. So my wedding was in August, I think 3rd week of August. By the 2nd week of September, the Crevins had come back. And when he came back, you know, I remembered, I just kept on referencing the last treatment that I had to do. You know, I was like, you know, I'd have to rest for about 3 to 4 months. I'd have to stop doing everything, blah, 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 so that it will go away. Guys, it didn't go away. And it also started after like my trip to Morocco. And I had been vlogging back to back on that trip. It just started after that, okay? And it didn't go away. In December, I got my first steroid injection, okay? I got a steroid shot. They inject the tendons in that area, and it gave me temporary relief for 2 months. And that temporary why does temporary sound like such a dangerous word? Anyways, that relief that it gave me after the first shot, it lasted about 2 months. And the first month, because I gave you guys vlogs for 2 months consistently before I had to stop. So the first steroid shot enabled me to vlog for a month straight. And then again, 2 months after that, it came back again. And I had to get my second steroid shot, okay? That one lasted for around the same amount of time. By the time I went on this trip, like the Senegal trip, by the end of that trip, you guys could see that sometimes randomly I'll pick up my brace and I'll wear it, and it was because the pain had gradually started coming back. The Crevins is not a minor thing. It looks minor, and I feel like because I used steroid and I had temporary relief, although sometimes when I was vlogging, even for the 2 months that I vlogged, I was in pain, you know. It looked like a minor thing. It's actually a very serious thing. It's extremely painful. You can't cook, you can't shower, sometimes you can't wear your own clothes, you can't do anything. You really cannot. But the thing about it is that I am never someone to come on here and begin to unpack the specifics of whatever I'm dealing with. I can mention it in passing or kind of talk about it briefly, but that does not mean that it's a walk in the park, okay? So it was just really difficult. I'm not gonna lie to you guys, by March doctors had already started recommending that I do surgery, but then I was running from it again. I'm also not going to lie, but I was running from the surgery because I had been told that I would need about 4 to 6 weeks to recover from it, and that 4 to 6 weeks I'll basically not be able to do anything with the hand completely. And it was weird because in my mind I was like, I'd rather keep taking steroid and managing, like, because the steroid shots, after you get it, you start feeling relief in about a week, and then I move on to other things immediately, and then it comes back, and then it comes back, and then it kept coming back. It was extremely difficult and really, really painful. After I came back from that trip, I was like, this cannot be my life. I cannot keep suffering like this. I might as well just get this surgery done. And so I got it done, okay? I have a steroid patch right now covering the incision still, just taking care of my scar so that the scar heals well. But guys, that's basically what had happened. I also explained this in that newsletter that I sent out before the vlog. Now, irrespective of the fact that I had explained this in the newsletter, and I understand that a lot of people are not subscribed to my newsletter, some of the comments that people were leaving were really, really annoying. I blocked a lot of people. If you actually come back on my channel, and I blocked a lot of people. Let me not get into talking about. I blocked a lot of people, and it was people who basically were being rude and mean for no reason, because you're not getting content from me. And that's the reason why you'd come under my comment section to say nonsense. There are people who were being a bit critical. Even as of when I was vlogging 2 months ago, I couldn't do like show activities that involved a lot of doing. I remember like someone commenting about how if they wanted to see me talk, because I was talking more because that was the easier thing for me to do. Someone came and was talking about how,
oh, if they wanted to see me talk, they'll go and watch a sit-down video.
If you don't get out, I actually also blocked the person as well, okay? I remember also when I was doing all of that, somebody came, you know, when people were just saying, oh, we're happy that you're back. When I, like, because I remember I was consistent for 2 months. Someone came there when, I remember somebody was really excited, just saying thankfully that I posted, and she came and replied the person,
telling the person not to get excited, that we'll see what will happen soon.
And it really, it's one of those things, because every time I'd get a steroid injection, I would cry. I was so worried. I was like, listen, I just hope that this one works, because they also always tell you that there's a 50-50 chance that it works and then the pain doesn't come back again. So I remember like that comment came in just after I had gotten one steroid like that, and I was hoping that that actually fixes the problem. And somebody now comes in the comment section telling somebody else that, oh, I hope you guys understand what I'm saying, but some of you on social media are so rude and so stupid and so silly for no reason. I actually, honestly, so daft. Some people also took it to social media to tag me to chat shit. I also blocked them too. I feel like if you've been following me consistently, you would know that I've actually had to deal with some things. Again, I never come on here and fixate on those things, but I've had to deal with some things. And some of you get so impatient and they're like, you people are like, some of you people, sorry guys, again, so sorry. I'm not talking about everybody, but you guys know what I'm saying. But some people get to a place where they only think about themselves and what they want because they like it, because you happen to like what I do, which is good for you. But then even in the midst of you not being sure what is going on, some of you act so entitled to people's whatever. Honestly, I'm actually begging anybody who is watching this, if you feel like I'm some sort of robot who is supposed to feed you weekly, irrespective of what is going on in my life, please unfollow me and unsubscribe from my channel. And I mean this from the bottom of my heart. It's not really a nice thing for you to be grappling with your own reality behind the scenes and some of your limitations at the moment and worrying and struggling about how to navigate them. And you have people come on here being rude, basically trying to tell you that they are impatient, like very, very impatient, saying that whatever you're dealing with, like, wrap it up and give me what I need. You're silly. Honestly, you're very silly and you're very stupid. And so please unfollow me. I'm very serious, honestly, because a lot of you are very, very supportive, but sometimes, especially when I have to deal with these things and I come back, for you to get surgery for dick revenge, the type of surgery that I had to do, it wasn't local anesthesia. I had to sleep. Like, they had to put me to sleep and cut me open and do what needed to be done and stitched me back up. Do you get? And I don't know, like, it's just what it is. Like, that's not even what I want this video to be about, but I'm just basically saying it that if you ever, in recent times, worry or wonder, know that you said something. Please, okay? Honestly, it's not do or die. There's so many other people who are creating content. Focus on them. I will, especially for those of you who are very, because one thing I do is that content creation for me goes beyond the way, like, just doing it for the sake of, and there's a reason why I give you guys, and I'm very, very specific about the kind of content and quality I give you guys here, and it's because I really, really respect you guys, especially for those of you who are very supportive and who also just show that they find value in what I do. I'm also not just vlogging for the sake of showing you things. One thing that anybody who follows me can attest to is the fact that you learn things from my videos. Like, I come on here and I show up and I want to teach you guys things. I go out of my way seeking knowledge so that I can share them in these videos that seem a bit casual, but I've put a lot of work into doing. So I get it that you might want it in a particular frequency, but it's so weird because I'm going through stuff and then I get a breathe and I'm like, okay, let me go come back and do what I need to do. And you see somebody who's impatient, oh, again, blah, 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 blah. If you feel like that, have you considered how maybe me I am feeling? It's so daft. I'm so sorry. I don't think I've said daft and stupid and silly this much, but that's actually how I am feeling right now. With that said, guys, for those of you who I know, like that's like a good majority of you guys mean well. I'm back to doing or just giving you guys things, but there's also a lot of effort I'm really putting to improve your viewing experience, so please look out for that. For the first time ever, I'm doing a lot of multi-angle shots now when it comes to vlogs, and they're not easy either, because I think it was me also kind of experimenting with it that led to me overusing my hand the previous time. Although I'm good now, I can use my hand as much as I can because I'm about maybe 6 to 8 weeks post-op now. I really want to improve you guys' viewing experience, so that's what I am working on. With that said, I also want to talk to my content creation girlies. It's very, very important that you are careful the way you use your hands. A lot of women tend to deal with decor veins. A lot of women experience it after they have a child. It's also known as mother's thumb sometimes. But because I work a job where I do something that requires that I hold things like this a lot, cameras, phones, it puts a lot of pressure, because what causes it is that the tendons that connect your thumb to the rest of your hand becomes really inflamed, and it can get chronically inflamed and have a lot of scar tissue build up, so that even when the inflammation goes down, you're still in pain because there's been scar tissue. So when they do the surgery, they go and take out all that scar tissue. But I want my girlies to also know that you have to be careful the way you use your hands, okay? Just bear that in mind. Be careful the way you use your hands. When you're typing, when you're clicking a lot, editing, holding cameras, holding your phones, be very, very mindful of the way you grip things. If you do it, considering how long I've been doing this for, it can accumulate over, you know. For a lot of new mothers, most of the time, it resolves without having to do surgery, because especially when the older the child gets, the more you have to adjust the way you lift the child. So the bigger your child gets, you see that you might not have to lift your child the way you used to lift your child that led to the pain in the first place. So my girlies who vlog and who create content, please be careful, because this is actually a thing, and there are actually forums where these things are discussed, because it could actually happen to you. So that's one thing I wanted to make sure that I said in this video. Please, my girlies, be careful, or my boys too, be careful, okay? People who experience this outside of new mothers, people who do tasks that require repetitive movement of your thumbs, handymen. I remember my sister telling me that a guy that she met who came to mount something in her house had decor veins, and he was wearing a splint, and he just explained that it was because of the way he would hold his tools when he was installing things. So depending on the kind of things you do work-wise, you can actually be predisposed to something like this, so please be careful. In addition to that, I also wanted to let you guys know that I opened a new TikTok account. I didn't change it, the old one is still there, but I have a new TikTok account, and I'm not going to say that I'm not ever going to post on the other one again. I might still post, you know. You can unfollow me there if you want, or you can keep following me there. Honestly, it depends on you. But I have a new account that I haven't started posting anything on yet. It's called the Dimma Umeh. By the time this video goes up, I might have posted 1 or 2 things there, but my new TikTok handle is the Dimma Umeh. It's going to be on the screen. Please follow me on there. Thank you. A lot of you have been asking me for an updated makeup tutorial. I am going to have a makeup tutorial go up this Wednesday, but that makeup tutorial is from last year, but I think it's a really good makeup tutorial. But the makeup tutorial on how I do my makeup at the moment, that would go up upper Wednesday. So my makeup tutorials go up on Wednesdays. I just want to really update you guys as much as I can in this particular segment. So yeah, please expect the requested makeup tutorial at that time, by that time, okay? I'll have it up for you guys, do not worry. Again, if you are interested in signing up for my newsletter, there's going to be a link. There's always a link in my description box, so please sign up. I share things there. And now that I can type again, because that's one thing I couldn't do. I could not type. Now that I'm back to typing, I look forward to at least monthly updates on there for you guys. Okay? Okay. So that's basically it. That's what I wanted to talk to you guys about. I have a bunch of things I really want to do in this video. I want to go to Lagos Island, but I'm literally looking at my weather map to make sure that I time my going to Lagos Island on a day that rain will not beat me. Like, I really do not want rain to beat me. So I'm going to work on that. My favorite workout is also walking, and I found that I've been really struggling with that of late because of the weather. I'm actually tempted or thinking about buying a walking pad. If you have a walking pad in Lagos, please can you let me know where you bought yours and if it was worth it? Because honestly, yeah, aside from the fact that everything is now expensive, like I don't even have space for a treadmill. So I just want something that I can move from one room to the other with ease. Please let me know if you think that a walking pad is worth it and if you found it to be helpful. Okay, so lastly, before I go, I want to talk to you guys about my glasses, guys. Do you guys like it? I like it a lot. I got an eye checkup recently. I hadn't gotten one since 2023, and obviously my prescription changed. I've been wearing glasses in secondary school, guys. There's no year where it doesn't change by, even if it's like a small decimal. Some years I don't have to change my prescription, but this year I had to, and I got new frames. One thing I've always wanted for a very long time are just like really oversized frames, and because of my face shape, not really easy to come by. I have heart-shaped face and very wide in this area, and then it kind of narrows down. So most oversized frames look really good for people who have long and narrow faces. That's not the kind of face that I have. But then I remember coming across a TikTok video where they were talking about this brand called Gentle Monster. They do frames for a lot of it's an Asian brand, so they do frames for Asian faces, like wide faces. So their oversized frames are really oversized. And so I like this a lot. I have another one that's like kind of cat-eyed, more serious looking, but this I like. I'm going to try to leave a link for this frame in the description box for anybody who is wondering or interested. But yeah, Gentle Monster, they do really nice frames for wide faces and also like flat noses. Okay? Yeah. Hey guys. Oh my gosh, I'm trying to make sure that my necklace is locked properly. I haven't worn this since my wedding. This was one of my sets for my wedding. Guys, how are you guys doing? I have a wedding this evening. This is Ashrebi. Getting ready was so chaotic. I did not vlog the process. I did my makeup, and this is my first time using eyeshadow in a very long time. Ashrebi by House of Dova. I'm going to insert a clip of me fitting yesterday. When I tell you guys that this dress fits me so well. I've just applied oil, but I think I need to apply more oil. But this is perfume oil, by the way. I don't know why this thing is looking blown out, but I'm hoping that it's not really blown out like that. That perfume is from Ajmal. My closet is a mess, guys. Like, if you guys look around me and see what I'm seeing, you will be shocked, okay? Okay, so I moved the camera so that you guys can see this outfit. You guys can't see me full. I think I'll adjust it again, but I don't want to touch it now because it will start shaking. Okay, guys, this is me, another angle. Just, you know, I really like this outfit. So this is my purse. This is my Simkai purse. I am going to put access cards in my purse. So 2 access cards. I'm going with my husband. 1 driver's meal ticket. This is very common Nigerian weddings. We also did it like for our own wedding. Eyebrow pencil. This is the ABH one. I live in perpetual fear of going to an event and someone is hugging someone and rubs off my eyebrows. This lip gloss from Revolution. Eyelash glue in case my lashes pop off. Another lip gloss. My favorite powder. This is the Charlotte Tilbury airbrush powder. This is a number 4. I have a big pan, but I have this small one that I like to put in my purse whenever I'm going out. Lip pens. And lastly, my lip pencil that I smashed it when it fell. Actually, I'm going to put my phone in my bag. Will this close, or am I just a joker? It's not going to close. This phone is not going nowhere, please. I don't have energy. Okay, this is my purse. I'm going to sit down and wear my shoes, and then maybe I'll come back and show you guys the whole thing. These are the shoes that I'll be wearing. Okay. Perfume. This is my current favorite combo. I saw my sister wearing this perfume. She said she had gotten it as a gift. Like, she came into the room and I couldn't, she was smelling so good. And she said it was Tom Ford Cafe Rose. I got it. This one was a birthday present. This was Chrissy that gave me this as a birthday present actually. This is Penhaligon's Empresa. This is one of their best selling perfumes. So what I like to do first is, because Empresa is clearly more expensive, I just do that all over. But there's this really nice thing that Tom Ford's Cafe Rose, like, it's just a really nice perfume. I think, is there anything I'm not showing you guys? I think the last thing would be my slippers that I'm going to pack. I just realized now that I do not have silver slippers. This is the closest thing to silver that I have, and it's champagne, and that's what I'm going to be wearing. Okay, I'm ready. Okay, this dress doesn't hit the floor, but I love it because I can run. Okay, I can run, and that's the most important thing. Okay, these shoes are hurting me a little bit, and that's why I had the backup flats. But yeah, let's go. Hey guys, new day, new me, whatever that means. Okay guys, the wedding that I went for was really nice. I just wanted to make sure that I showed you guys my outfit before I left. I really didn't vlog when I got there, but guys, House of Dova killed that dress. Like, she slayed the dress in her usual fashion. I don't think I have one dress that I do not like from House of Dova. That's how much I loved that dress. It made me look like a madame. Like, I looked mature and sophisticated in a very good way. I really loved it. So we are here, and I have some office updates to give you guys. I've made notes just to make sure that I do not forget anything. I don't want to forget anything. Okay, I'm in a better mood than I was after the first day. Like, when I talked to you guys after doing a bunch of things, like, and we thank you, Jesus. Or we thank Jesus, not you, Jesus. English, please. Okay, we're not even halfway through this vlog. We thank Jesus for that. Guys, okay, so first things first, I really wanted to talk to you guys about my YouTube plaque. Now, I'm just hoping that there are other creators watching this who might have a solution to this problem, because at this point, I think that the only option I have might be to reframe this thing. Okay, so I got my YouTube plaque, the 100K one, I think back in 2018? Yeah, I think 2018 or 2017, one of the two. I hit 100K here on YouTube, and this is the old plaque design. YouTube doesn't do this anymore. Shortly after they sent this to me, they switched up their 100K plaque. It's now something completely different. It's silver, and I think it's metal. To be honest, I've not seen one of those new designs up close. I always see it on people's videos, on people's social media, but I actually don't know what material it is made of. I don't know if it's plastic or metal. I don't know. But this was the first type that they would give out, and this is glass. I don't know what it is. I think it was me storing things after the move last year and not being able to attend to things until after the wedding. I have some mold underneath the glass. I don't know if you guys can see it, you know. I have like a very bright light in front of me here because rainy season, because gloomy. I don't know what to do, guys. I'm really, this type of thing, it annoys me because you guys know how I am very detailed and I pay attention to detail. So I don't know how to fix this problem. I'm just really hoping that the camera picked it up. If it didn't, I'm going to take pictures just to support this issue and give you guys like a clearer view of what I'm complaining about. I'm really worried that if I take it to framers or give it to someone to reframe here, that they might mess something up or damage something, and I don't want... Honestly, if YouTube gives people who have this old plaque the option to purchase the new one, I would purchase the new one, but I don't think that that's an option, so... Does anybody have a solution to this that doesn't involve taking this apart? Please let me know. I also know that some vlogs ago, I had talked to you guys about putting a rug in the office space. I'm going to give you guys a view of what the office looks like right now. I have all my lights and monitor and everything set up. The clip is going to pop up somewhere on the screen while I am talking. But I have this old rug that I told you guys that I had from back in 2018-19. I tried to put it here. It's not that it didn't fit, because it fit well, and I was able to fit this table. This is my filming table on top of it. The only problem I had is that because my current like filming chair has wheels, it was making it really bumpy. Like every time I sit, it will slip off the rug. It was so weird, so I just took the rug off. And thinking about the fact that the floor really gets messy when you're doing makeup, I've actually just scrapped the idea of using a rug. Like I'm okay without a rug here. I think that I'm fine without a rug here, so no rug in case, because I had said I'll put a rug and I'll show you guys. The reason why I never said anything is because it just didn't work out. For those of you who are wondering going forward what the filming schedule is now, you guys remember I sent out an email earlier in the year basically talking of my filming schedule, or my upload schedule, not filming schedule, about how I would post videos, and I had shared that in my newsletter. But then again, my hand, and I remember like I was feeling so optimistic around the time that I sent that newsletter out. I had just gotten a steroid shot, so the schedule looked really doable. Then life happened. The schedule that I shared in that email remains. I do vlogs every Sundays by the grace of God. Every Wednesday makeup tutorials by the grace of God. And occasionally on Fridays, I could put up I don't know, it could be a chit chat video, it could be a lifestyle video. Honestly, it really depends. So that's kind of what my plan is in terms of frequency, because some of you might be wondering. Finally, one thing that I really wanted to talk to you guys about in this space before moving on to other things is books, guys. Between everything that has happened last year and now, books have kept me sane. Reading them kept me sane. And I also love that for the first time ever in my adult life, I'm reading books that aren't just fiction. I'm reading other things and I'm enjoying those things. Because I think that the problem for me always is just not enjoying non-fiction. I've been reading fiction, I've been enjoying them. I got myself some books like a couple of times this year. Like sometimes I would order online, sometimes I would go into the store and buy, just because maybe I saw someone talking about a book, recommending a book, I'd buy. Because of how much I've talked about books this year so far, I actually had 2 authors reach out to me and they sent me 2 different books. I'm going to touch on those books shortly. I haven't read them. And for my birthday this year, I didn't really, guys, this was a milestone birthday for me, to be honest. I haven't talked about it yet, but I turned 35 in June, and it was just around the time that I had to have the surgery done, and I had grand plans for my birthday this year. I honestly did, and honestly, I wasn't really happy around that time, and I'm going to explain to you guys why. Because I turned 30 in 2020. I was in the batch of people that turned 30 during lockdown. Couldn't do anything, couldn't even celebrate, couldn't call friends. I remember cutting my cake on a Zoom call, and I promised myself that 35 I was going to do something. I was going to call people, I was going to celebrate, I was going to do a gathering of sorts. But then I didn't. So what I did was get myself small things. I didn't get myself a big ticket item either. I just got myself a bunch of small things. And one thing that I gave myself for my birthday, books. This doesn't even show you guys everything. I don't know if this is really emphasizing the height of this, but it goes all the way down here. I don't want to bend the camera so that I don't have to struggle to adjust it again, but books. I gave myself books, and I wanted to really go through all the books with you guys. Everything that I have here, because I have a lot of books, I think close to 20 books here. You guys should tell me how. I'm not going to count, okay, because I don't want to stress myself out. I'll start saying, Dimma, why did you buy all these books? But just looking at all the books makes me really excited. Before I get into this, I want to talk about the last 2 books that I showed you guys. These 2 books, I had told you guys that I ordered the entire series from, I think, Roving Heights, because they had it available online. They sent an email saying that 2 of the books were unavailable. They just sent me 2 books from the series. Now, Mile High, Right Move, or Abibi Right Move. These books, officially, they've made me a bit wary about also listening to people and just buying books blindly, going by their recommendation on social media, because I did not like this. The Right Move was bearable. But then if you ask me, I've been reading romance books since I was 13. Since JSS3, okay? In terms of quality, I don't think that this is that great. I'm really sorry. But then I also need to emphasize that this was way better than the first book. This is one of the most stupid things I've ever read in my life. I know I'm using very big words, but guys, I did not like Mile High at all. And it's not even about the smut, because people think, oh, maybe because it's all the things that were happening, okay? It's not because of those things, okay? The storyline, a lot of it was very cliche. I found myself rolling my eyes a lot. I particularly did not like the male lead, the male protagonist in this book. I did not like him at all. let me not say him, Sha. I did not like the way he was written. And so I didn't finish this. This was my first DNF this year. I didn't finish it. If you follow me on Fable, you have already read the review that I gave this. I haven't really read much the past 2 months. I've just gotten back into reading again. Didn't like this, guys. And again, The Right Move, it was okay. Now, after I left my review on Fable, a lot of people were like, oh, Dimma, just continue with the series. And even outside of Fable, because not a lot of people replied to my Fable post, to be fair, but a lot of people just said, oh, the first book, not that great, just keep reading. I was so dissatisfied that I remember going on the internet to search, and I saw a lot of people actually saying that the entire series could have done without this particular book, that's Mile High, the one that I didn't really like. But the thing again about it is that books are not cheap, books are expensive, and I didn't really like the first two as much. Again, the second one was decent, but then I have to have gotten to a place where I feel like I've read a lot of things that I really want to read before I decide whether or not I want to continue with the series, okay? So that's it. For those of you who are wondering what my thoughts were on these, I feel like I have read better. And they were also massive, guys. These books are so thick. This is I'm trying to find my current read. This is my current read. And I'm just using this to give you guys, these books average about 400 and something pages per book. That's a lot, guys, a lot. And yeah, for anyone wondering. So I've sorted everything out by genre, and I want to give you guys a quick rundown that way. This is a self-help category, so I'm going to start from here. The first two books that I have here are self-help books, and they're Christian books by Joyce Meyer. I love her writing. I love the fact that she's very she writes with a very female voice, a very strong female voice, and just brings clarity to a lot of situations that I feel like women struggle with, even when it comes to church. She's also been through a lot. I find her writing to just be very relatable, and her books helped me in a very dark time in my life. So the first one is Let God Fight Your Battles. It's a very small book, okay? It looks like this. Second one is Battlefield of the Mind. This is one of her more popular books. I haven't read this yet. So the next one is Think Faster, Talk Smarter by Matt Abrahams. I got this from a bookstore. This is not one of those things that I read reviews about before buying. I walked into a bookstore, they had it on display, I grabbed it. Okay, so the next one is The Next Conversation, Argue Less, Talk More by Jefferson Fisher. To be honest, I'm just seeing now that the theme when it comes to these two books is thinking and talking. They were both on display in the same area, and I was like, okay, especially considering that I plan to do a lot of yapping this year, let me just read and see what these people had to say, okay? So those two, again, I didn't read reviews, they were on display, I bought them. The next two, Amazon was recommending a lot to me after I read Atomic Habits. If you guys remember, I talked about Atomic Habits already earlier in the year. That's the first self-help book that I really loved from the bottom of my heart. I found a lot of the tips to be very practical, and Amazon was recommending this a lot to me, so I just added it to my cart. And the first one is The Let Them Theory. This is a very popular book at the moment, I think, and it's by Mel Robbins and Sawyer Robbins. I don't know why Sawyer's name is in small letters, but yeah. And then the next one is The Courage to be Disliked. I also think that one of my friends also said she had read this and she liked it. I think it's Candy. I'm not sure, but someone else had also told me that they liked this book, so I got it as well. So that's it for the self-help genre. The next set of books that I have here are history. First is A Little History of the Whole World by E.H. Gombrich. I don't know if that is Gombrich or Gombrick. I don't know, but this was on display. Got it. The next one is Fireflies on the Lagoon by Tunde Leye. This I already read, so I can give you guys a quick brief review, and I quite liked it. I actually bought this at Med Plus. I had gone into the pharmacy to buy something and this was on display. I tend to buy a lot of books like that and I bought it. I liked it. I'd highly recommend this for anybody who is interested in history. This gives insights to pre-colonial Lagos, especially focusing on dynasties. It's historical fiction, but a lot of the characters are real life people that existed at a point, but it's historical fiction nonetheless. I liked it a lot. It gives you just insights to the monarchy, Abi dynasty, it's just a royal family in Lagos before colonization. It also paints a very clear picture of just the kind of relationship that people who lived on the western coast of Nigeria, the kind of relationship that they had with the Portuguese, French, and English people. It also gives you insights to just how long slave trade continued, even after it was formally abolished in the UK, in the US, and in the West Indies. This book made me do a deep dive on just researching certain aspects of the slave trade. I realized that even after the British, the Americans, and again, some people in some colonies stopped buying slaves from Africa, a lot of people, Brazilians, were still buying slaves. People were still buying slaves illegally. It's just long, but I like it. And I also love the fact that it just gave me insights to just like Lagos royalty and all that, like before Lagos was colonized. Okay, and then this one I also bought because it was on display, and I bought this when we ruled from the same place I picked this one up from, The Rise and Fall of 12 African Queens and Warriors. It's by a Nigerian author called Paula Atman. The publisher is Trapeze. I'm looking forward to reading these, guys. If some of you are new here and you're not really familiar with what I like to read, I love to read fiction, I love to read romance, I love to read fantasy, I love to read history. Even if it's not fiction, I just love history. I'm obsessed with history. I also kind of have started loving self-help, so I hope that just gives you guys insight to the things that I like. The next book that I have here doesn't really fall into any genre because I tried not to read a lot of reviews about this book and just bought it because I know it's really popular, and that's The Seven Husbands of Evelyn Hugo by Taylor Jenkins Reid. It looks like this. I'm not quite sure what genre this book falls into, but I'm looking forward to reading it because a lot of people I know have read it. I finally bought the Fourth Wing series. You guys remember Jola talking about these books, even on this channel. You guys remember Jola talking about these books non-stop. The first one especially, Fourth Wing, because that was the first one. I finally bought it. I haven't read it. Around the time Jola started talking about it, I knew that it was a first book in a series, and at that time the second book wasn't out yet, and the second book I believe is Iron Flame. Okay, so Onyx Storm was just released recently, so I love the fact that it has this design on it. It's the only one that has it, and it's because it's the newest. So I like it sometimes when, and this is the same thing for TV shows, I like it when it's had a few seasons before I get into it. The same thing with books that are part of a series. I wait for the author to write maybe one or two more before I start the series. So I'm looking forward to this. Jola really did not stop talking about these books, the first one especially, at a point. So I'm hoping that I love them. If you guys are not sure what genre that is in, I think it's fantasy. I don't think it's paranormal, I think it's fantasy. So I love reading fantasy books just to relax, to calm my nerves. There are certain genres that I gravitate towards when I don't like stress, or I don't want to be stressed, or I want to decompress, and fantasy is one of them because nothing happening there is real life. Everything that I have here is romance, so let's get into them one by one. This is a series by an author called Annabel Monaghan. I believe that that's how her name is pronounced. I already read the first one, which is Nora Goes Off Script. I actually quite like this. I read it in like 2 days or a day and a half. It was nice. I'm reading the second one. I don't think it's as good as the first one, but it's same time next summer. I love it as well. I saw someone on TikTok talking about this entire series, and had a meetup with Jola, and Jola was telling me that she just read the 3 books in the series, so I decided to just cave in and buy them. So I'm reading this one, and after reading this one, I'll read Summer Romance. I made sure to buy everything, and I am reading them by order of publication. First is Nora Goes Off Script. Second is Same Time Next Summer. And the third one is Summer Romance. This was nice. It's basically a scriptwriter that ends up falling in love. It's romance with a Nollywood actor that shot a movie in her house because the script was based off of her life, and they came to shoot in her house, and then they ended up like starting something. Okay, you guys already know how I feel about Abby Jimenez. I already talked about her books earlier this year. I started reading her books this year. Loved. This is her most recent book, Say You'll Remember Me, and I'm hoping that I love it just as much as I loved the other ones. Honestly, if you've not read anything from Abby Jimenez, please go and read her books. I think that her books are really, really good, and she writes really well. She writes in a way that isn't childish. The characters make sense. The stories make sense. You can also see that there's very serious world building. The characters, and even sometimes the characters that are fillers, the non-main characters, there's a story there. They're relatable, they're funny, they're just fleshed out in a way that doesn't seem like an afterthought. So Abby Jimenez, I love her books. Next book I have here is by an author called Ali Hazelwood. This is called Problematic Summer Romance. I've heard a lot of people talking about this particular woman, and I'm hoping to God that I enjoy this, and this is not one of those things I regret buying because TikTok made me buy it. TikTok or Bookstagram, I think. I don't know. I have 2 more romance novels here by an author called Jessica Joyce. I haven't read anything by her. The X-Files and You with a View. I'll let you guys know what I think of these when I actually read them. The 2 books that I have here, last 2 books, are by an author called Emily Henry. First one is Beach Read, and the second one is Funny Story. This, I think, won the Goodreads People's Choice Awards in the romance category last year. Emily Henry and Abby Jimenez are one of those new authors that from what I see, people really, really love them. I realized at a point that I haven't read anything by Emily, so I went and I bought 2 of her books, and I'm hoping, really, really hoping that I enjoy these. So that's everything that I got when it comes to romance. I love reading romance to escape. It was my gateway into reading. The first book that I ever read that gave me confidence to actually read was a romance novel, one of my mom's romance novels lying around in the house. I read them to decompress. I also love to read them as palate cleansers. So when I've read something really serious, any kind of like thriller, whenever I've read anything that is dark, gory, serious, sad, I like to read a romance novel just to perk me up before reading the next thing. And the last 2 books that I have here are the books that I received as PR. The first one is by an author called Ozamere Itohan Audrey, and I think that this book was written in collaboration with another author called Sonny Erezi, or not collaboration, maybe they are the 2 authors. I really never know how to explain when it's 2 people who have written a book. Okay, published by Alleyway Studios. What I'd say for sure is that the binding you get with this is very, very nice, very clean. The name of the book is Under Your Skin, and it is romance. The second book that I have here is by an author called Nita Roberts, and the name of the book is The Day My Father Died and Other Stories. Right? Can you guys see? I think that this is an anthology, which is one of my favorite types of books to read. It's a collection of short stories, basically. They're very, very easy to read. You go from one story to the other. Thank you to Nita Roberts and Ozamere Itohan Audrey and Sonny Erezi for sending these to me. I'm going to read these and tell you guys what I think about them. Okay, so the last thing that we're going to do before I go downstairs, because for dinner today, I want to make this coconut curry rice that I saw Kiki Foodies share a recipe for. It looked really good. It also looked like it's not complicated at all. So that's what I don't have some ingredients. I don't have coconut, so I'm going to order that shortly. Hopefully it comes in time, and that's what we're going to have for dinner. But before I go, I want to stamp these books. I remember the last time I talked about the book stamps, I wasn't sure why I had more than I thought I ordered. Guys, I actually ordered 4 and not 3 book stamps. I remember that I had ordered 3 and then I contacted the seller to order 1 more. I'm going to leave a link as usual for the book stamps. Bought them from AliExpress. AliExpress delivers to Nigeria. They have partnered with courier services that make it very easy. You don't have to pay customs. It's all just very seamless. I haven't had to pay customs. So we're going to stamp books, and once we're done stamping, then I will go and cook. For anybody wondering about the stamps, I figured that some of you started following me after I posted the Senegal vlog. This is a very easy way to have your details on books that you buy without stressing yourself to write. In fact, I discovered this around the time that I first got decor veins and I couldn't write. This was a very, very easy way for me to mark my books. But I also think that outside of the ease and convenience of not writing, it's very nice. Like there's a very nice flair to it. It's not like your ordinary like pen to paper, you know. I'm just going to sort all of this out, pack this, and then after that I'll go downstairs and I'll make dinner.
Down, you grinding and I don't know how. I guess the soft life made me act right. Big boss, where you make me feel so at ease. Independent, but I follow your lead. Ain't no games we play for keeps. You bought the ring, so tell me, Papa, what do you need? Free in the morning while you getting dressed. A Zeus in the evening if you're feeling stressed. Tough by your decisions, I trust, cause you only want the best for us, baby. I'll be friend on the weekend when we hanging out. A lover on call, boy, I make a vow that you're my number one priority. Just keep giving me all your love. Don't stop giving me all your love. I'm sitting in the palm of your hand. Your wish is my command. Just keep giving me all your love. Yes, it took a real man to bring it out of me. Gave me good love, baby, and now I see what a big dog needs. I think it's funny I wanna be submissive now. What a big dog needs. Look at me, you got me. Funny how I wanna be submissive. Got me making plates and doing dishes. Baby, what you need, I handle business. He called me an old soul, but little do we know that everybody doesn't get this treatment. Somebody made me want completeness. Being truly loved really is different, cause I see him working hard for me. So whatever he needs, I'll be. Freak in the morning while you get I'll be. Zeus in the evening if you feel stressed. Tough by your decisions, I trust, cause you only want the best for us, baby. I'll be friend on the weekend when we hanging out. Lover on call, boy, I made a vow that you're my number one priority. Got my loyalty. Just keep giving me all your love. Don't stop giving me all your love. I'm sitting in the palm of your hand. Your wish is my command. Just keep giving me all your love. Yes, it took a real man to bring it out of me. Gave me good love, baby, and now I see what a big dog needs. I think it's funny I wanna be submissive now. Tell me that you don't wanna leave just yet. No, my eyes agree. It's almost like when we first met. Oh, I don't care, it's getting too late. I want you and I can't wait. Don't wanna spend a minute without you. I know you feel the same. So come on, give me love. I'ma show you how to move with my body. Come hit me with your touch and make me wanna say all you got right now. I know I'm yours, baby, so come give me love. You know you're my baby, so come give me love. I never felt nothing quite like this. I get a high every time we kiss. Can't get enough, baby, so come give me love. All of your love, I can't fake it. When I'm with you, my legs go weak, yeah. Can you hear it? I think my heart just skipped a beat, yeah. This feeling is getting so strong. Love me till the morning, love me all night long. There's something special about you. You're the one that I want. So come on, give me love. I'ma show you how to move with my body. Come hit me with your touch and make me wanna say, damn. And yeah, you know what's up. Ain't nothing I won't do for your body. So give me all you got right now. I know I'm yours, baby, so come give me love. You know you're my baby, so come give me love. I never felt nothing quite like this. I get a high every time we kiss. Can't get enough, baby, so come give me love. All of your love, won't you love me till the morning, love me in the evening, you know what I want. Won't you hold me like I'm yours, show me that I'm yours, you know just what I want. Won't you love me like the last time, like our time was right now, show me what it's about. Love me till the morning, love me in the evening, you know what I want. I know I'm yours, baby, so come give me love. You know you're mine, baby, so come give me love. I never felt nothing quite like this. New love, can we get high? New love, no drugs. I'm ready to fly, no drugs. Pull up, if I'm on your mind, pull up above. When you come inside it,
I think that this looks fine. Okay guys, I'm actually going to the market. I woke up this morning trying to decide which market I actually wanted to go to. To be honest, 3 days ago I was actually so sure that the market that I was going to go to was Lagos Island, but I find Lagos Island to be so overwhelming as a market. Like growing up in Enugu, like I'm used to big markets. It used to be my like market. Ogbete was my stomping grounds. Like that was my favorite place to go to buy clothes, buy things. I even used to have issues with my mom because of how often I would go to the market. I'd go to Ogbete to buy books. Like they had lines dedicated to different types of merchandise. The lanes or the streets, I don't even know what you call them, but the lines, they call them lines, narrow, not so wide. Lagos Island in general I consider to be a very overwhelming market, like very overwhelming, and most of the times before I go there I have to give myself a very serious pep talk. And now I don't think I want to go there because one, rain, I don't want to have to encounter rain. Two, it's just that the last time I went somewhere that reminded me of Lagos Island, I was so overstimulated. I went to a market and it just reminded me, like I hate it when people are dragging my clothes, sometimes calling my attention, refusing to leave me alone. And it's not like it wasn't like this when I used to go to the market a lot back in Enugu. Honestly, in Enugu I went to the market for almost everything, but I realized that actually since I moved to Lagos I'm actually no longer a market girly. There are a few markets that I feel like I would go to and I don't get triggered. I don't get triggered. I would rather go to a new market 10 times than go to Lagos Island once. I've also gone to Lagos Island with someone one time and they stole money from her bag. So I don't know, I've just been thinking about it. Getting overstimulated plus the possibility of rain, I don't think I want to do that. So maybe I'll go to Iporin market because I just want to buy some bins for some rooms in the house and possibly get a pot, like a granite pot for making semo and eba, you know, swallow, you know. But I don't think I want to do Lagos Island. Also because this is rainy season, again, rain, I already talked about this. So I think that this is enough. Let me see. I'll put some sunshades on. and I'll jet. Okay, hopefully this should suffice. I think this should work. Okay. So yeah, I'll see you guys possibly in the car. But yeah, let's go to the market and hopefully I find what I'm looking for in Iporin. If I don't, then I might end up going to Iporin and then Lagos Island. But I'm hoping that I find everything that I'm looking for in Iporin by the grace of God. Sunshades, very important for days like this. It looks good on my head, but it's also a necessity. And this is the Bubu that I am wearing, guys. It's not long. I love that. I didn't want to wear a long Bubu because in case rain, okay? So this length is perfect. These sandals, I've also been wearing them a lot of late because I've just found that when it's wet and slippery, these, you're not gonna fall, okay? I love the way the bottom of it is designed. It's basically anti-slip as far as I'm concerned. And this Bubu from some vlogs ago, the one that I got before my trip, that's it. Let's go. Okay, so I'm still packed in the market, but I crossed the road to go to Dulin because I've kind of done my pricing. I've priced a couple of things in the market. I just want to compare prices here and then decide on what to do. Okay, so I found decent bins. These ones are not so expensive, so I'll get 2 of these. I need another bin for the toilet and for our kitchen. I want to get these simple human ones, but why are they so expensive? 598k, 490k. They're so nice, but they're so expensive. So sleek, so expensive, girl. I'm not paying 390 for a dustbin. Even this one is 360. Oh, they're so nice. I'll take this for the guest toilet. I will take 2 of these for 2 bathrooms in the house. Stainless, it looks nice. I think I'll take this for my bedroom, like for my filming room. I think I need 2 actually, for one for the office, one for... Okay. Okay, so I am back and I'm actually very happy that I went to Iporin instead of going to Lagos Island because it was a bit hectic because there's a lot of walking, but it wasn't too overstimulating for me and I found almost everything that I wanted. The only thing that I didn't get was a granite pot. It's not because I didn't see granite pots. All the granite pots that I was seeing, they came in sets like of 3, 4, 5, and I already have pots. Like, I just don't want to acquire more things because my pot cabinet is technically full at this point. So I decided to just kind of pause that and check maybe online and check other stores around me to see if I would find a decent granite pot. So I'm just going to go through everything one after the other. So I got 4 small bins for different parts of the house. These primer ones were like 15,000 naira. They look like this. When I tell you guys that all the other places where I have seen this, stupid expensive, that other brand, what's it even called? Only Human or Human something, right? Their bins tend to be very, very expensive. Like, I remember just realizing that one of the biggest shocks at a point of my adult life was how expensive mattress was, and then how expensive bins were. They're so stupidly expensive, it's actually dumb. So I was like, yeah, I'm not getting those. That's why I ended up getting the big gray one. But let's open this. So I got these two. One is for the guest bathroom that we have downstairs. I have a bin there already, but it's like an open bin and it's not covered, so I want something covered just so that people are comfortable actually putting things inside, because I'm the kind of person who, if I go somewhere and the bin is open and it's not covered, I wouldn't put anything inside. So I got these two. They look really nice, very sleek, very clean. I love them. They are not maybe super duper heavy or heavy like the other brand that I saw there, but these will do. I got two white bins. These are slightly bigger than these. These are 3 liters. These are 5 liters. When I was there, the lighting was a bit confusing. I wasn't even sure if this was white or like a baby blue. It's white, but it's kind of like that China white type of white. Not bad. It will work regardless. Not bad. I'm going to wipe it down, and one goes to my bedroom and then the other one goes to the office. Hopefully they don't stand out like too crazy. Next thing I got is this set of bamboo trays. I think that this sold for, I'll write the price on the screen, okay, for everything. I'll make sure that I put the price somewhere on the screen. I have a set of trays already, but I just have one set, and sometimes it's just not enough, so I decided to get something to add to them. I love the shape of these. Okay, really cute, really nice. Okay, so last thing is this bin. We've been in desperate need of a new bin for the kitchen, and I wanted something that, you know, the one that we have now is those ones that you kind of push to open, and sometimes I don't like touching it, although I try as much as possible to make sure that it's clean as possible. The price is also going to be somewhere on the screen. Compared to the other ones, like that we're selling for like $3.90, $5 something, the cheapest was $3 something. And I think that the stainless steel bins, like the cheapest one that I saw was like $120, and that particular one was broken. That's why it was that cheap. So this, very sleek, very nice, goes with some of the other appliances we have in the kitchen, because that was so important to me. I didn't want something that was, you know, the color was off. This works. So I'm just going to peel this off. I hope it doesn't, I don't like it when like the sticker is, see, this was so nice, so seamless. Okay, love it. Final thing is this ladder. Okay, I was worried if it would fit in the frame. It did. This, I've wanted a kitchen ladder for a very long time, because of how high our shelves are. Like, we have shelves that go all the way to the ceiling, and sometimes if you want to get something, you have to climb on a chair. The chairs or the stools, they're not the sturdiest. So again, every time I've seen this in supermarkets, I've seen this in Ebano, I've seen it in another, like a couple of supermarkets around me, I've never seen a ladder for less than 100k. This, the price is going to be on the screen. I felt like it was such a steal, because when they initially said the amount, I was like, what's the last price? I was able to haggle and get it down to the amounts that I got it for. I'm just so happy, like so freaking happy. Tearing this open, like there was no way, even if I didn't buy anything, the price, and also the brand is a reputable brand, because I googled them. I did a quick Google search, their website popped up, I could see this exact ladder with the code, everything was on their website. A steal, I promise you guys. The only thing is just that I didn't get the phone numbers of anybody. The bins, as you guys saw, I got from Dulin. Dulin is a store in Iporin, right? I got from Dulin. I went into Laziz or Aziz. I didn't really see anything that I liked. It's not like they don't have things. They had things, but in the category that I went to the market for, they didn't have much. But the ladder and the trays I got from Iporin market itself, like the markets. Okay. They had two different types. There was, this is a 3-step one. There's a 4-step ladder, but I felt like the 4-step was too long. This is the brand name, in case anyone is interested. I think the website is also somewhere on here, but again, quality, I can already tell, really good. Okay, so let's open this up and see. Okay, I don't want to scratch the table, but I also love the fact that it's black. I love the fact that it's black. I wanted it to be black. Folding it super easy. I'm so happy. Like, this is one of my favorite things from this market run. Okay, I'm going to go and shower, guys. I feel like my face is a grease ball, and after I shower, I think we're going to have the same thing I cooked yesterday for dinner. Okay, I think that's what we're going to do. Maybe I'll fry some plantains. I marinated extra chicken, however, so I'll put the chicken in the air fryer for like 20 minutes. I'm not going to do the oven this time around. Air fryer is always faster. Hey guys, I'm back down. I've showered. I feel so much better. You know, when you're oily, yeah? I think one of the worst things about being oily is when you spend time out and you sweat and it feels like all the oil is just sitting on your face. Ugh. Okay, so I'm back down. I don't know why I keep touching my mouth, but yeah, I have some banana bread that I baked a couple of days ago. This is like the last piece that I am eating. Really lovely, really nice. Okay, so I want to talk to you guys about my scar. I'm hoping that you guys can see, because this thing is tracking my face like mad. Hopefully it's a bit clear. And initially it was healing very flat. I think I might attach a picture somewhere on the screen. So when I took the cover, like, cause I had to wear something over it for maybe almost a month, right? And when I took it off, I had a very thin line scar, thin, flat, thin, fine, thin scar. Okay, but what I found now that is around the line close to where my joint is, the line just looks thicker. At a point it was really itching me and it was a bit sensitive, and this was what I was using. I got this from Amazon. It's the Gele Artist scar treatment, right? And I've just found that I think that my scar started acting up when I stopped using other types of covering and started using this, because initially after the surgery I had to wear a brace for weeks, and because of the scar and so that the brace wasn't rubbing over the scar, I was using another type of scar treatment, and it was this soft silicone tape, right? And so when I stopped using the brace, I stopped using this. And I think that that was the biggest mistake I made, because my scar started acting up when I switched to this. So I want to go back to this now. I'm just going to show you guys how I apply it. But guys, if you have a scar, my girlies who have done surgeries and stuff, like if you have a scar treatment that you used that you really enjoyed, can you please tell me what it is? These two I bought off of Amazon. You can buy them on Amazon. They're available there. But please let me know what you used, okay? Okay, let me get scissors. Okay, so this is basically what I do. I just cut. I always try to make sure that it's not too long and it's not too short, and it's just really straightforward. I always do this after I know that I've cleaned the scar area, after I've come out of the shower. I'll just unpeel. This is so straightforward, nothing complicated. And okay, I have to put my hand down in order to do this. Okay, see? So I'm just going to, hoping you guys can see, I'm just going to flatten it. I love the fact that it has that like flesh toned color, right? It's a bit translucent, so, and it's not like the bandage, you know, like when you have like the band-aids or those like bandages that kind of look, that are made for white people, and when you put it on, it's very obvious that you're wearing something that isn't for your skin tone. This just works because it's very transparent, kind of translucent. It's not very transparent, but a bit translucent, so it always just complements whatever skin tone you put it on. Okay, my loves, that's it for this vlog. I hope you guys enjoyed it. Give it a thumbs up if you liked it, and subscribe to me if you're not yet subscribed. Once the chicken is done, because I've already popped it in the air fryer, it's the same chicken as yesterday, we're going to have dinner. My husband just came back from work. Guys, I'll see you guys in the next one, okay? Mwah.